Hi, everyone. Very good afternoon. We'll start in the next 3 to 5 minutes, just waiting for everyone to join. Hello, everyone. A very good afternoon to all of you who've joined us this afternoon. I'm your host, Krishna Priya, and I'm the loans manager at EduFund. Joining me today is Yuvish Singh, Partnerships Lead South Asia at Empower Financing. Yuvish, thank you so much for being here with us today. It's my pleasure to have you here today as our speaker for today's session. And I'm really sure that our audience are waiting to hear all about Empower's no-cosigner, non-collateral loan offering. And yes.
Yeah, thank you, Krishna. Thank you for hosting the session, creating this forum for students to understand about Empower and what we bring to the table. We'll discuss more about it going forward in the presentation, and I hope this is beneficial for you.
Yes, of course. I'm very sure that we have a lot of we usually get a lot of queries regarding no cosigner non-collateral loan offerings, and I'm really sure that audience are looking forward to hearing all about it from you. And yes, so starting today's session, let me quickly introduce to you EduFund and what we do. So, we are India's first ever application that helps parents sustainably plan for their child's future education. And our aim is basically to simplify the overall funding process and also help balance the savings to loan equation. And we're here to help you with basically find the lowest products with the lowest interest rates. And we also have a great team of savings experts to help uh, our customers find the meet their savings goals. And also, we have a very awesome tool, which is the cost calculator, which helps accurately estimate the future cost of education. And lastly, we also have the EduFund scholarship program that provides access to 100 plus scholarships up to 5 crores. And so basically, EduFund was set up in the year 2020 by our founders, Ela and Arindam, with the aim of making investment savings and education funding accessible to all. And over to you, Vish.
Yeah, thank you so much, Krishna. Hi, everyone. So my name is Yuvish, and I'll be representing Empower today. As the agenda, I'll take you uh, through the information about who is Empower and what we offer to students who are planning for their studies in US and Canada. And we'll take on some the questions at the last. So if you have any queries or concerns or anything you would like to ask, please use the chat option. We'll keep on taking those questions in between the slides as well as after the session. I'll just start off with a small brief about Empower. So we are a US-based fintech firm, and we started back in 2014 by two international students. The idea to start this organization was to support high potential students from all across the world for their financing needs in US and Canada. So both our founders are international students who completed their education from University of Virginia in the US, and after that they went on for their education for their MBA at INSEAD France. And during their time in the US as well as in France, they struggled financially to complete their education because no lenders were available for them to take a loan, even if they were so high profile, like they were going to such high profile universities and had a good potential in them. They were not able to figure out lenders for them. So they completed their education with maybe getting a scholarship or maybe asking monies from the alumni and doing part-time job and then completing their education. Fast forward to 2014, the problem was more or less the same. You have banks available, you have NBFCs available to provide loans to students. But what if your collateral gets rejected, or what if your guarantor gets rejected? And in these cases, students are left with no options to go ahead with their education. There are a lot of students who do not want to even get their parents on board on the education loan because they know that the parents are aging. They don't want to they don't want the responsibility to fall on the parents or their assets that they've created in life. So that is where Empower comes in. We solve this problem with a very interesting concept. We, as a lender, we do not look at what kind of background you're coming from. So, as a lender, we will not look at what kind of collateral you have or what kind of guarantor you have, but we look at what is the potential of the student. So we'll essentially look at what kind of university and program you're going for, and will that program allow you to take a loan and repay it back once you get a good job with that program. So we essentially want to support these high potential students who we know that can do really well in the world if they are able to complete those education and support them. So we are solving the problem of access to financing.
That's
So if we are able to,
Yeah, that's very interesting, and like a really great initiative. Like to be able to support students who want to finance their studies independently without being like burdening their parents or like relying on anyone else. That's a very nice initiative.
yeah, thank you, Prisha. So we started back in 2014. In the last 10 years, we have approved over $1 billion in loan. We work with about top 400 universities in US and about 24 universities in Canada. The only requirement for student is if you have an offer letter in place from these universities, you can apply for a loan with us. And we support all the degree seeking program in these universities. So we started off with Harvard, and after that, we have increased our size and our number of universities so that a lot of students are able to take advantage of the opportunity or the product that we offer. Apart from this, we also offer scholarships to students. So we have a non-profit arm where we have parked about $500,000, which we use to provide scholarships to students, and that is available on our website. Next slide, please. Yeah. So these are some of the universities that we support. I mean, you can see some of the big names that we have. We have Northeastern, New York University, Boston, IIT, Pace University, Northwestern, University of Windsor, Trent. All of these are I mean, marquee universities in the US, where a lot of students have gone ahead, taken a loan, and are currently studying, or they have completed their studies from these universities. Next slide, please. Yeah. And in the last 10 years, we have been able to create a lot of supporters for us, for a lot of investors for us. So some of the marquee names are present here. You have Goldman Sachs, Deutsche Bank. These are some of the big investors that we have. We have till date raised about $400 million in funding that we are using to provide loans to students. You can also see the name of ETS over here, who are our strategic partner. So ETS is the organization that facilitates GRE and TOEFL examination all across the world. And Empower is also a benefit corporation or a B corporation in US. So what it means is that apart from the profits that we make, we are also responsible for the impact that we are creating in the world, the social impact that we are creating, and the lives we are changing in the world. And we are assessed on it every year, depending on the impact that we have created, and are rated as benefit corporation in the US. Next slide, please. Yeah. Yeah, so this is what we have done, and this is our reach that we've created in the last 10 years. We have approved over $1 billion in loan for students across the world. We've got about $14 billion in loan applications. Students from South Asia, Africa, LATAM, Southeast Asia, they apply for our loan program and are able to support their education journey in the 400 universities that we work with. So you can apply from anywhere and everywhere. There is no location requirement as such that we have. So if you are at any part of India and you're going to these universities that we support, you can apply for the loan program. And we have also been rated very highly by US News. US News is one of the agencies in US that uh, rolls out university ranking every year. So you have the QS ranking and you have the US News ranking. They have rated us as the best student loan provider for international students. Similarly, we have been rated very highly by NerdWallet and CNBC.
Okay. So you wish Empower Financing not only funds Indian nationals, you also fund other nationalities.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and these are some of the feedbacks that we have got from students. We are highly rated on Trustpilot, currently 4.7 star out of 5. So Trustpilot is a third-party review system. If you are a customer, you can rate that company, and over 3,000 plus reviews that we have got, we are very highly rated on that platform. And a lot of notes or feedback that we get from students, it tells us that if Empower was not present in the system, these students would not have been able to complete their education because they did not have any other option available. So we feel that we are creating a very positive impact on not only on the student's life but the family's life as well, who will bear the fruits, or who will see their son or daughter making strides in their career journey or in their life.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Now, coming to the problem statement that we have, we want, or maybe the students want to be global. They want to study in global universities, travel countries, but still the credit system is very low. I mean, you have two aspects. One is if you're going for US or Canada, you can take a loan from a US or a Canadian bank, where you again require a good guarantor, and they should have a good credit score or a credit history to apply for the loan on your behalf. And similarly, for Indian lending system, you again require a collateral which works with that bank or NBFCs, or you have a guarantor whose profile is very good, who has a good income tax return, or who has a good salary, and they have not made any defaults or any delinquencies in the past. to take a loan on your behalf. Plus, you also have limited lending capabilities. So a bank may support 80% of your education and 20% would have to be put on by you, so that you also have a stake in that in that amount of in the financing part. And we feel that a lot of students get left out because of these conditions. Not everyone has a good collateral, or not everyone has a good guarantor, or you may want to support your education on your own. You don't want to bring in your parents or your assets into the education. So this is where we come in. Next slide, please. So yeah, as I said, that our product does not require a collateral or a guarantor, and we offer a loan at a fixed interest rate. So these interest rates does not change with any changes in the market. Once you have taken a loan from us, you can be rest assured that your interest rate is not going to get changed, and you will not end up paying a higher amount going into the education program. And our loan is purely based on the student's future ability to pay. So as an example, let's say if Krishna is a student and she's going for Arizona State University computer science program, Empower will have an understanding of what kind of salary she'll be making once she's done with it. And that will allow us to make uh, an assumption or make a credit decision that, okay, she will be able to pay the loan back when she is done with the program in the next 10 to 12 years. So it's only the future potential that we look at. We do not look at your parents' paper. We do not even ask your parents' name in the application process. The loan is purely dependent on the student's future ability to pay.
Right. So, Yuvish, I have a question here. So, basically, who does Empower consider to be eligible for, to receive a loan from Empower?
Yeah. So we have a very simple criteria. We have the number of universities that we support on our website. You should be going to one of those universities. You should be going for a degree seeking program, and you should be 2 years away from completing your education. What I mean by that is, let's say if you're a bachelor's student, you should be in your second year of your education to apply for a loan for your third year and fourth. For master's and MBA program student, we can support both the years, which is first year and second year. Similarly, for PhD program student, we can only support the last 2 years of education. So these are the only three steps or three criteria that you need to meet to apply for a loan.
Okay. And what are certain factors that determine the loan approval for a student loan?
Hmm. So as you know, and as I've said, that the loan is purely based on the future potential of the student. So if you are going for programs or if you are going for universities that are well sought after by employers. So
Right.
as an example, let's say if you're going for a STEM program in the US, STEM we know can attract good salaries in the US. So that naturally becomes a good avenue for us to support. Similarly, we have nursing programs. So nursing students, they get paid good amount in the US. And obviously there is a huge demand for nursing students in the US. So they become a naturally a good avenue for us to support. Similarly, MBA program students, they can also attract good salaries. So I mean, it totally depends on what is your cost of education versus what will be your salary out once you're done with the program, according to our standards or according to our risk criteria. That allows us to understand if we can support the student fully or partially with the loan.
Got it. And yes, I think, and also, would you be able to let us, tell our audience about what is the difference between a fixed rate of interest and a variable rate of interest?
Yeah, sure. So there are two kind of products that you can have from, I mean, in any sort of loan or credit card that you use. One is a floating interest rate, another is a fixed interest rate. Floating interest rate is dependent on the market sentiments. So if the interest rate of the underlying product or the underlying benchmark changes, your interest rate also changes. So let's say if RBI has increased their interest rate on the money that they are giving to the banks, the impact will fall on the student ultimately.
Right.
Similarly, if the repo rate goes down or the interest rate goes down, it can have an effect on your interest rate that it will go down. But normally, what we have seen in the last 10 to 15-year cycle is that floating interest rate essentially increases. They, uh, I mean,
Right.
there are only few instances where the interest rate have decreased. Whereas a fixed interest rate, whatever interest rate you are being offered today, it will remain the same for the life of the loan. So
Okay.
let's
That
say
is.
if you are being
Uh,
offered, uh, let's say a 12% interest, you know that this 12% interest will remain the same for the next 10 to 12 years for you.
okay.
You will not see any changes in the interest rate.
Right. So essentially, they're not exposed to the risks of the market, the external factors that influence interest rates, right?
Exactly, exactly. And floating interest rate are bound to change every 3 months. So
Okay.
if you take a loan product which has a floating interest rate, you can see in the terms and condition that the floating interest rate can change every 3 months.
Okay.
So, but for us, you know that this interest rate will remain the same for the life.
Right. Thank you, Yogesh.
All right. Now coming to the product details. So we offer a loan limit of $100,000, which is about 82 lakh rupees, and you can use that amount to cover your housing, tuition, meals, travel expenses, all of that. So anything which you require once you're in the US, you can cover the cost with this loan. And we offer a repayment period of 10 years. So your monthly installments will start 6 months after your graduation, and you will get 10 years time period to pay the loan back. During your school time, you are required to pay simple interest amount on the disbursed loan. So let's say if you are being approved of a $40,000 loan, and your first disbursement is of $10,000 for the semester, you will start accruing interest on that $10,000, and you are required to pay that every month back to Empower. Now, what it does is, first of all, whatever interest is being accrued every month, you are clearing that. So your interest rate does not get compounded over the years. You save a lot of money because of that. On a $50,000 loan, if you're making interest payment when you're in school, you can save about six to $8,000
Right.
over the life of the loan. So first is that. Second is because we are a US based firm, we will start reporting your loan to the credit bureau in the US. So how we have civil score available in India, in US we have a FICO score. So with that FICO score, you can make use of other credit products which are available in the US. So maybe you can apply for a refinancing of your education loan or take a personal loan at maybe 8%, 9%, which is not possible in India. And that is only available when you have a good FICO score available in the US. Even when the student apply for apartment on rent or a car on rent, people ask for credit score in the US to see if you are a responsible borrower or not for their apartment or for their car. So these are some of the opportunities or the avenues which can open up for you with the help of a FICO score. From the first month itself, we start building your FICO score when you're in US. And in this next 6 month period, you will have a good FICO score created for yourself in the US. In fact, there are a lot of employers who ask for a FICO score for you to apply for a job in
Oh,
their company.
okay.
So your friend may not be able to apply for that job because they don't have a FICO score, but if you have, you can apply to those opportunities as well. So these are some of the benefits that you get with making simple interest payment while being in school. Also, we don't have any prepayment penalty, so you can pay the loan as early as you like. You don't want to use the 10-year period to pay the loan if you want to clear it in 3 years time, 4 years time, 5 years time. We welcome that. You save a lot of money because of that, because you're not paying the interest for the whole duration. You may be only paying it for 3 years or 4 years time. So there is no foundation from our side for you to prepay the loan. And we have a very quick application process. It takes about 15 minutes for you to complete the application and then get an immediate decision. After that, you can upload the documents, and in 2 to 3 business days, you can get a loan offer from us, which you can use to apply for your I-20 or visa application.
Okay. That's interesting, Yavish. Thanks. What you just said was very insightful. I think our audience have, like, I hope they've been able to pick up on the points that you've actually mentioned. The benefits of paying simple interest, as, like, even when you are in school, it helps you graduate with like, with just having to think about the principal amount and not accruing interest over your course of studies. And also the process, I mean, like, you can also get a decision within 2 to 3 days, which is quite fast and also very useful in certain instances where students are very late to apply for their visa.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Next slide, please. Yeah. All right. Now, empower responsibility or our services does not only end at financing or funding the people. We understand that we are investing in you. So we have to make sure that not you are not only successful in your school journey, but after school as well. So our services uh, extend after school as well for you. Now, what are these services? First of all, we help you with a free loan sanction letter. You don't have to pay a processing fee to get a sanction letter from us, and you save a lot of money over there. I mean, on an average, students are required to pay 1% of the approved amount plus taxes to get that sanction letter and then go ahead with their I-20 visa application. Whereas for us, you don't have to pay anything. So there are no out of pocket expenses. Second is we have a direct disbursement to the university, and we will disburse the amount, only the amount which is required by the university for you to complete that semester or maybe a certain education period. So why we do this is because we don't want to like disperse the whole amount to the university, which is not required by them. And you don't have to accrue the interest on the amount which is not required by the university. So we will ask them for the tranches, like when do they require money from your side, and we make a direct disbursement to the university over the course of next 2 years. This saves you forex charges. You don't have to pay forex charges to transfer the money from India to US. And also, when you are working in the US and you are paying EMIs, you don't have to transfer the money from US to India, again bearing the forex charges. So you save money on those forex charges. What we expect is the money from Empower will go directly to the university. You will complete the education. And once you start working in the US, you will pay the monthly installments from US to Empower directly. So you save on forex charges. You don't have to pay for any value added services as well. So uh, normally students are required to pay loan insurance charges, travel insurance charges, student insurance charges, and that could be a cost of about 6 to 11% of the loan amount, depending on which lender you're going to. So you save considerable amount of money over there as well. There will be no out of pocket expenses for you because of that. And we have global servicing capabilities, which means that you can pay from anywhere in the world, provided that you have a debit card or a credit card. So you can make those payments directly to us. Credit building, we have already discussed about. Also, we have a program called Path to Success, where we help the students out with internship opportunities and job opportunities in US. So we help you how to get to those internship opportunities and job opportunities. And we've created a product that can help you in your career journey as well. I'll discuss more about that in the next slide. Also, our loan is eligible for tax rebate in the US. So depending on which state you are in the US, you can apply for a tax exemption uh, for whatever amount you are paying to Empower. So students can save up to $2,500 depending on which state you are in with this tax rebate option. Next slide, please. Yeah. So this is our Path to Success program. All of these services are provided free of cost. to student. The whole idea is that we support you in your school journey, in your career journey. You get to a good job once you graduate, and that will allow you to pay the loan back to us. So our interests are aligned. We understand that we have to support the student so that they can create best possible outcomes for themselves. Now we offer three services over here. One is visa service, which starts at providing a free sanction letter. Then we also have a course available for you to prepare for your visa profile. So once you're approved, we will provide you this course. It's a 8 unit course. You can start reading that up to build your visa profile. We also cover a lot of questions which visa officers may ask or have asked in the past from our students, and we help you understand how you can manage those questions in the visa interview. Also, we have availability of interacting with our visa counselor at an extra price, which is $99. If you pay that amount, you can book two mock interviews with our visa counselor and maybe get a better preparation for your visa interview going forward. Second part is the financial services. So apart from building credit score for students in the US, we also help you with a credit card and a bank account in the US. And a credit card can range between $500 to $5,000, depending on the future outcome or depending on the underwriting criteria. And the last is career services, which is the most interesting part. No other lender offers credit like career services to students. So in the first year itself, we will offer you a proprietary internship and job search tool, which is relevant to international students or F1 visa students. You can start looking up for your internships and job opportunities through that tool, figure out the best option for yourself and apply to those opportunities. We also list out small and medium scale enterprises opportunities, internships and job opportunities, which may be easier to get for a student. And you can start with your career journey with that. We also offer cohort-based training and like cohort-based training for you to how to search a job or internship in the US. Now, the India market and US market is very different in terms of figuring out job opportunities. So we'll help you how you can navigate the US job market. What are the things to keep in mind? How to prepare for your CV, how to prepare for your interviews, job interviews. We also offer you immigration services in case you require it when you're in the US. And all of this is provided free of cost. There are no charges. The whole idea is that we help you with your career journey, and that will allow you to pay the loan to us. And we also have some other benefits as well, like any discounts that we are getting through our vendors or weekly guidance tips and insider tips about the career and internships in the US. So all of this is provided from time to time to students.
So, Yuvesh, how, like, does a student have to sign up to receive these services, or does someone from the team reach out to them for the
Yeah, so
same?
once the loan is approved, we will provide you with a welcome kit, and through that you can sign up. And depending on your requirement, you can reach out to our team to discuss other options. Plus, all the information is provided to the student over email campaign. If we are doing any training or if we are doing anything on these services for the student.
Okay.
All right. And coming to our loan features, so as I said, that our interest rate is fixed in nature. It does not change with any changes in the market. So your interest rate would start at 12.99%. And we also offer a interest rate discount of 0.25% when you sign up for auto debit feature with your US bank account. So you can get that instant discount. And our interest rate after discount starts at 12.74%. Apart from this, we have an origination fee of 5%, which is added to your loan amount. And it totally depends on the disbursed amount. So once you're approved, let's say of a $50,000 loan, we'll not charge you anything. But once you have taken a disbursement from us, we will charge 5% of the disbursed amount and add it to your loan. So let's say you end up using only $40,000 of of the $50,000 approved. Because maybe you got a part-time opportunity in the US or you got a scholarship in the US. Through that, you're able to manage the rest 10,000. So we will charge $2,000, which is 5% of $40,000, and we will add it to your loan amount. Your total loan will become $42,000, and on that you're paying the interest over the next 10 years. So yeah, that is about the interest rate. And next
Yes.
slide, please.
So, Yavish, a question that we frequently get is so basically, the students want to know what is the difference between, they want to know what an annual percentage rate is. So, if you could just
Hmm.
let us know what the annual percentage rate is, then I think a lot of students might be able to benefit from that.
Got it. Got it. So annual percentage rate or APR is your total cost of financing. Now, what I mean by that is here you see two charges for you. One is the interest rate, and other is your origination fees. So when
Right.
I'm combining both these charges, I will get an APR of 13.72%. So what we have essentially done is we have spread this 5% over the next 10-year period in terms of interest rate.
Okay.
So if you want to compare an APR from Empower to any other lender, what you should do is for Empower, we will give you an APR upfront on the sanction rate. So you will have an understanding of total cost of financing. But if
Right.
you're comparing it with any other lender, you should keep in mind that you're paying interest rate
Right.
plus a processing fee plus forex charges plus loan insurance, travel insurance, student insurance charges plus taxes. So
Right.
when I'm combining the interest part and all of these costs, then I'll be able to understand my total cost of finance or APR. So you should not only compare the interest rate, but you should also consider the cost of these value added services or these hidden costs, and then understand what is your total cost of financing. That can give you an apples to apples comparison.
Right. Thank you, Yavish. That was you've explained that very clearly, and I think our audience have been like, I hope they have been able to understand that as well. Yes, it's one of the questions that most frequently students ask us
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, and this is about the application process. So our application is divided into three parts. One is eligibility. You can check the eligibility in 30 seconds. We are working with EduFund. So if you want to apply for a loan, you can reach out to them and they can help you out with the application process. You take about 15 to 20 minutes to complete the application and you can get an immediate offer. After that, you can upload the documents and in 2 to 3 business days, you can get a decision from us. So this is how easy it is. In case we want to get more information from you or more documents from you, we'll reach out to you over the email and you can respond back to us with those documents. And after that, we can give you the decision. So few things to keep in mind. You can use EduFund services to apply for the loan. They are an expert on helping out students with the application process. So make use of their services. It's free of cost. Second is there are a lot of do's and don'ts in the application process. So they'll be able to help you out with the right kind of documents, the right kind of information that we would need. Third, you should keep a track on your email. Whatever email account you're using to apply for the loan, keep a track of the emails that we are sending so that we can converse with you and we can get the required documents and make your decision process faster.
Right.
Yeah. And this is about a scholarship. So as I said, we offer multiple scholarships to students. You can move on the next slide. Yeah. So we have created a $500,000 fund that we're using to provide scholarships to student. This scholarship arm is different from our loan arm. It's a non-profit arm. And we are running multiple scholarships for student. Next slide. These are some of the scholarships that we have. So we have monthly scholarship series that offers you anywhere between $1,000 to $2,000. and the deadline is last day of the month. We have a global citizenship scholarship, which ranges between $2,000 to $10,000. That is what we were running for fall program students, and now again we will run it for spring intake students. Similarly, we have a women in STEM scholarship. We also have a India-based STEM scholarship. So if you're going for a STEM program from India, you can apply for that scholarship.
This is really nice.
And I think this is all from my side.
Right. So, Yavish, I have a question here. So, basically, how can students sign up for these scholarships?
So it's an essay-based scholarship. You can go to our website, start your scholarship application from there. You have a scholarship tab on the website. So you can start with that, fill out the essay, and if you're selected, we'll reach out to you.
Right. And the winners are declared over email. The student, I mean, like, the winner is
Yeah,
notified.
over email as well as we put them up on our website.
Okay. All right. So, thank you, Yavish. You, I hope all our audience have listened and been able to understand all about no-cosigner and non-collateral loans and Empower's product offering. And finally, those of you who would like to register with us and receive support with regards to education loan funding, please do connect with us. And so essentially the process is that we connect with students, we understand their requirement and help them with the best funding options. Basically, every student has a very unique profile, so we help them accordingly. And especially for students who wish to fund their studies independently and who are also looking to fund their requirement without a no cosigner or non-collateral, we introduce Empower funding as a great option, and we help them from start to finish, and we support students with the application throughout. And yes, so this is how we work. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask.
I think we have one question in the chat, which is if students are made eligible for the loan only after this admission is secure.
Right.
So, Vishal, yes, for you to get a final offer from us, you need an offer letter from the university. But you can also apply, I mean, without an offer letter as well and get a conditional offer from us. So we can approve you conditionally. And once you submit all the documents, we can give you a final loan offer. So with that, you can check what is the conditional offer you can get for multiple universities or multiple programs, and then make a decision on which university you want to move ahead with or which program to move ahead. And there's one more question on if someone can apply for scholarship outside of US. So we are offering scholarships for students who are going to the universities that we support. So the first criteria is that you should be going to one of the US or Canada university that we support and apply for the scholarship program.
Right. So, Yuvesh, I mean, like, this is a very generic question that I have. So, basically, how can someone improve their chances of, getting a loan approved with Empower Financing?
So there are a
Like,
few things. I think one is you should have the correct documents available with you. Whatever information that you're putting on your application, you should have corresponding documents which which is able which allows us to authenticate the information. So that is one. Secondly, there are a few cases where we are able to only partially approve the student. So in those cases, if you have funding options available from your side, please declare them in the application process. That will allow us to make the best possible decision for you. So these are some of the things that you can keep in mind.
okay. And as you had earlier mentioned, you had mentioned that the funds are directly transferred to the university. And at the same time, the student might require these funds for their housing and other expenses
Yeah,
apart from tuition. So how can students release those funds from the university account?
right. So once you have been approved for the loan, you can give us the feedback on how much money you require for your living expenses or other expenses. We will also, when we are giving the information to the university, we will transfer this information to them. And once you reach US, the university will either give the amount to your account or they'll give you a check for you to manage the expenses. And the tuition fee will be kept by the university. So we transfer all of the funds to the university. We give them a bifurcation as well that this is the tuition fee and this is the amount which the student wants. And once you reach the financial aid office of the university, you can ask for that money.
Right. Yes. And Yavish, we all have another question. It says, how will the student be affected if they are not able to pay their monthly installments, and what are the consequences that they would have to
Yeah.
face? Yeah.
So what we recommend is that you should not make defaults on your payments for the reason that it can severely impact your credit score in the US. And also, in case you are currently studying, it can also impact your future disbursements as well. Secondly, if someone is facing difficulties in payments, as you know that we have the internship program, we have the job support program, so we can help you with those services as well, so that you can get back on your feet and then start with your repayment back to Empower. So the support is provided to student. We definitely not recommend that you make defaults in your payment history because you are putting so much effort. You are
Right.
planning to go to US, study there, work there for some time, and then create a career for yourself. So maybe this can negatively impact your future outlook as well. So it's better that you work with our servicing team, let them know your problem, and we'll figure out options for you according to that.
And someone has asked a question, can you help non-citizens with a loan application?
Yeah,
And
we do help non-citizens with the loan application. So regardless of where you are coming from or where you are applying from, if you are going to the universities that we support, we can support uh, on the loan.
right. Okay. All right. I think these are the questions. And if you have any, please feel free to reach out to me. This is my contact, and you can also reach out to me by email. And Yuvish, thank you so much for being here with us. Your session was really insightful, and I'm really sure that all our audience have benefited greatly from this. And it was a pleasure to have you today with us. Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone, for joining.
Yeah, thank you, Prashant. I think there is one more question which has come in with regarding the courses that are applicable for non-cosigner loans. So we do not look at the course. If you are going to the university that we support, you can apply to any course which is available there. So just look at the range of universities that we have. If you're planning for those universities, you can apply for a loan program with us. And thank you, Krishna. Thank you for your time and managing this. Uh, it was a great session, great conversation with you and all of the students present. I hope this was useful. And as I said, in case you have any queries, feel free to reach out to Krishna or EduFund and take your loan journey forward.
Thank you so much, Yuvish. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for a lovely session, Yuvish. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.